how's that sound? September 5th, Wednesday Night Football. The Giants, the Super Bowl champion Giants.
It sounds amazing. I mean, to be thinking right now to the kickoff of the season, to be opening up on that Wednesday night. I mean, what an exciting time to start off and open up the NFL, and most importantly, to unravel that banner as world champions heading into that season.
Offensive lineman of the Giants, Diehl, joining us. Clearly excited about the opportunity to talk about being a Super Bowl champ, but you've been here before, so how does the first title compare to the second title?
I would say, being at the first one after it, I think they were the same feeling, but the first one, it was such a whirlwind after. You didn't know how the parade was going to go, going through the Canyon of Heroes and then the pep rally and everything to follow. That week was just such a whirlwind, and it seems like if you blinked, you missed something. Going into this one, I think that experience helped us playing into this game. Having the veteran guys like myself and Eli and Tuck and Snee, guys who played on that team, on that Super Bowl 42 team, we were able to guide the young guys and be able to say, hey, this is the layout, this is the way that things are going to be handled during the week, but this is a business trip. We're here to win this football game, and I think we got those guys on the right page, and I think that's what set the standard for the way we played the game on that Sunday.
All right, take us through that final drive, the game-winning drive. What's going on in the huddle? How would you measure the temperament of everybody in that huddle?
I think it was almost a quiet confidence. We've been in that situation before this season. We won 8 games by fourth quarter comeback victories, and I think it's a product of the way that we prepare and the way that we practice. There's not a week that doesn't go by where we don't go through that 2-minute drill, where the clock's on the line. We're doing it every Thursday in practice. We have referees doing everything, and that's the way that you get good at those things. And I think also it's a combination of Eli Manning and our receivers. I mean, the way that those guys are able to be on the same page and the communication that they have. We've seen Eli and Mario hook up with that route before during practice. So for us, it's going out there and doing something that we're used to, and then that's preparing the way that we do during the week and going out there and laying it all on the field. And we just knew that was our opportunity to take over and win that football game, because they did a great job of controlling the drives before, and we knew that if we wanted to win this game, it had to come down to this drive.
They had mic'd Bill Belichick for the game, and afterwards we found out that, hey, the defense focused on Nix and Cruz, and they wanted Manningham to be the focus, at least the defense for the Patriots. Was that the focus offensively? Did you guys sense on that final drive, we got to get Manningham involved?
Well, I think you saw in the second half, the New England defense had a completely different philosophy. They started off in the first half of, having a 4-down front, really wanting to stuff the box. In the second quarter and the second half, what you saw a team that came out with a 3-down front. They wanted to play different coverages, and like you said, they wanted to do more to cover Nix and Cruz, which is going to leave somebody open, and that threat was Mario Manningham, and he made a huge play.
When you see video of that final drive and you see Mario's catch, I mean, the catch that ignited this drive to get his feet in, the pass made by Eli. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are it's going to happen. I mean, I remember, the last game, people continue to ask me in Super Bowl 42, the Tyree catch, were you able to see it? In that, there was such a mad scramble. It was a 2-minute drill. He caught the ball. You're just running down there to clock it. So we really didn't even see the way that he caught it until we were on the sidelines after we scored. Well, for this one, it's sitting there. We're in the middle of a drive. We're trying to win the football game, and we're watching it on the Jumbotron. Once we saw his feet come in, we knew it was over, and we knew he had that game.
All right, now you got your, was that your ring finger on your left hand all wrapped up there?
A little wrapped up.
You went to Twitter a couple weeks ago because you had surgery. We got the picture of what this finger looks like underneath the bandage, and you have 7 screws tied into this broken hand. First off, when did you suffer this injury? And how does it feel now?
I actually suffered it November 6th when we played New England during the regular season. I was blocking Vince Wilfork. He spun out, and my hand stuck in his pads while he spun out. So kind of had a little bit of a finger blowout, but I think fighting through it, playing the rest of the season with my guys, going out there and selling out for one another like we always do. I think it'll be well worth it once I have a ring that people won't look at that finger and be looking at the ring.
But you played then the final 2 months in the playoffs with it broken. I mean, it's not just the finger. Open your hand up because it goes all the way down here to the palm, right?
Yes, it was tough. I mean, but it's Football's a tough sport, and I'm not the only guy. There's a lot of guys on our team that fought through injuries to be out there, and that's what football's all about. It's about accountability. It's that when things are on the line, you can look at the guy next to him in the eye and know that he's fighting the same for you. And that's been my repertoire since I've been here. I want to be a guy that's, no matter what the situation is, no matter what the game is, I'm going to be out there playing for the rest of my teammates and for my organization, because that's what I'm here to do. And I think that's how I've started over 150 games in my career.
Before we let you go, I have to ask you this one question. When did you guys think you could win the Super Bowl, considering all the peaks, the valleys that you guys went through, the losing streaks, the doubt that was entering the month of November and December?
I don't think there was a doubt that right before the Jets game, it was the turning point of our season. I think that it was the turning point because, when your back's up against the wall and you're challenged and people are telling you that you can't accomplish something and your season's over, number one, as a competitor, it makes you step back and it says there's only two ways to go. You can either believe them and go in the opposite direction, or you could say, hey, enough's enough and we're going to prove people wrong. We had a players-only meeting that week, and, for 6 straight weeks, starting with that one, that was our first playoff game going into the postseason. And I think that one, the confidence that we had going from that game, but also playing the way that we did and winning that game as a team, I think that boosted us going into the postseason.
Usually offensive linemen, when you see them on TV, they have those ugly beards, and they're just, you could just feel the dirt around them. The best-dressed guy in the studio, the cufflinks and all decked out.
Thank you. Well, it would take me about a week to grow anything close to a beard, so I'm a baby-faced guy, so I got to keep clean shaven.
I share your pain. Dave Diehl with us, offensive lineman for the Giants, 2-time Super Bowl champion.